Don't like it, change the station. You don't like it, don't take photos. You don't like it, don't print it in your newspaper. Do I care? Not really.
It's none of your business and none of anybody else's business, I don't think, is it? You know, it's my business is my business, your business is yours, and that's it.
100%. I'll beat you at boxing, I'll beat you in a cage.
I ain't going in no cages. No fault of my own. I've tried to fight fucking sort of midget 2 second, he's not wanting anything. I've tried to fight AJ, don't want no smoke. I've tried to fight everybody. Well guys, it's official. D-Day has come and gone. It's gone past 5 o'clock Monday. No contract has been signed. It's officially over for Joshua. Hi guys, for all these suitors out there who want to make the fight, I'm going to give you all 7 days till the 1st of September to come up with the money. If not, thank you very much, it's been a blast. I'm retired.
To be honest, Harrison's the biggest bomb inside boxing, and my reaction to David Price and Frank Maloney calling me out that midget, yeah? I'll fight David Price any day of the week. You see, you plumber from Liverpool, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
Okay, alright. Thanks Tyson. We're live on Channel 5. Alright, go on.
Also, they're going to need 10 plumbers to do you when I've got finished with you. Also, you are getting it, for sure. Call me out, call me any names, and you are getting it. And you know your gay lover, Tony Bellew, I'll fight him in there.
Okay, alright, thanks Tyson.
I've read that quite a lot in the papers, actually.
Yeah, and that would mean somebody, I guess, who doesn't like gay people.
Well, I've got quite a few gay friends, actually. And if somebody didn't like gay people, then you wouldn't have any gay friends, would you?
Don't care what I've got. It's never been about money to me. I know a lot of people with money. I won't feel bad for it when I'm cashing me check in and I'm eating ice creams and marshmallows all day, sitting back drinking pina coladas. I'm not thinking, what about those boxers and all that. It's good bet. Easy money. Free money. It's also history making.
Why is it history making?
I'm going to enlighten you.
Okay.
I'll be the first heavyweight champion in history to complete 2 trilogies. One thing that you underestimate, my friend, is I don't give one damn about legacy.
You've said things in the past which people have found abhorrent. They've accused you of misogyny, they've accused you of homophobia.
No comment, don't even go there.
Accepted.
No comment.
You don't want to say anything about that at all?
No comment. Okay. I'm a boxer, I'm not interested in politics or anything else. No comment.
You don't want to talk about the national anthem?
No comment. Terminated.
Be construed as you being homophobic, that you do not like homosexuals. Just ask me that, ask me straight. Are you a homophobe, Tyson? No, definitely not. I wouldn't be a very good Christian if I hated anybody, would I?
The opinions.
It's after the watershed. You cannot be a dickhead and win the sports personality.
Thank you, Clive. That is...
Hi, this is Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, and this is a message for the BBC on their Spotty Award. Please take me off your list, as I am the People's Champion and have no need for verification or any awards. I know who I am and what I've done in sports, and the love of the people is worth more to me than all the awards in the world. So to all of my supporters, please don't vote on this. Take me off the list. All my love, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. Peace.
Debating, he's happy, he's enjoying himself. Well, I can tell you I ain't. I hate every second of it. And I wish I wasn't a boxer. But, you know, I'm in this position. I'm going to do it. So I hate every second of it. I hate every second of training. I hate the box. I hate the lot. I hate speaking to all you idiots. I hate the lot. I don't want to be here. I'd rather be at home with the kids watching television. You know, I'd rather be at home eating some chocolate and eating some sweets.
You know, I'll have to show you what the athlete looks like. There you go. Does that look like a fighter's body? Clearly new. Shame on you, my friend. You should let a fat man beat you. Don't take boxing seriously, as you can tell. I don't care about boxing. It's mainly about getting a few quid and putting the food on the table. That's it. That's your professional, and if that's all a professional can do, then God help us all. Because what's the point in practicing your job for 40 years if you can't beat a fat man? So, credit to him if he can beat me in a rematch. This time he beat a fat man. Boom! How's that?
Step into the world of Tyson Fury, a towering figure in boxing, whose career is as marked by controversy as it is by world titles. Known as the Gypsy King, Fury's journey through the boxing world has been anything but ordinary. From startling outbursts to turbulent downfalls, we unfold the tumultuous side of one of boxing's most compelling and perplexing characters. This is the chronicle of Tyson Fury's most controversial moments, a story intertwined with the threads of triumph and discord. In part 1 of this 2-part series, we celebrated Tyson Fury's rise to boxing greatness, his remarkable victories, and the resilience that saw him crowned a champion. We witnessed the glory and the awe-inspiring comebacks that defined his career in the ring. Now, we turn the page to a different chapter of his saga, one that's less about the glory in the ring and more about the controversies that have shadowed his steps outside of it. In this segment, we delve into the tumultuous aspects of Tyson Fury's career and life, uncovering the contentious incidents and remarks that have made his journey as notorious as it is illustrious. From his incendiary comments to his battles with personal demons, this is the story of Tyson Fury's contradictions and controversies. The year 2012 was the year that marked the onset of Fury's controversial public image. In October, following Liverpool boxer David Price's victory over Audley Harrison, Fury was thrust into the spotlight. The then 27-year-old attending the fight was asked for a ringside response to Price's post-fight call-out. His reaction was volatile and scornful, targeting boxing promoter Frank Maloney as a midget and labeling Price a stiff idiot, declaring his readiness to fight any day. But Fury's verbal barrage didn't stop there. He turned his attention to Tony Bellew, another Liverpool boxer, derogatorily calling him David Price's gay lover, an apparent homophobic insult in which he received widespread backlash from. Fury's incendiary comments spilled over to social media, where he took to Twitter, launching a tirade against Price, threatening to smash his face in and claiming to see fear in his eyes. In a menacing tweet, Fury said, "I'll take your soul and give it to the devil." The controversy escalated further when Fury followed up by posting a video to Twitter, warning Price that he would put the Liverpudlian into intensive care. However, Fury's tryst with controversy took a more serious turn when a tweet from his account suggested that all gay people should be shot. This homophobic remark caused an uproar, but Fury later claimed that he wasn't responsible for the post. In a statement to The Guardian, Fury admitted to being out of order for his name-calling and apologized for the outbursts. Fury's comments were examined by the British Boxing Board of Control and was subsequently fined $3,000 for his abusive remarks. 2013 was a year that further entrenched Tyson Fury in the realm of controversy, particularly as he prepared for his US debut against Steve Cunningham at Madison Square Garden. In the build-up to this fight, Fury's comments during an interview cast a dark shadow over his public image. He made a startling statement about how he would treat his own sister if she were promiscuous. Fury compared his views to religious beliefs, stating that in his community, women are expected to be pure and respectful. He went on to describe promiscuity as bringing disgrace to the family, to the extent of claiming he would hang his sister for such behavior. This analogy to extreme measures, likening his stance to that of certain religious practices, sparked a wave of criticism and concern. Fury's remarks highlighted a deeply ingrained and troubling aspect of his views on women, causing further alienation among fans and critics alike. In a symbolic act of defiance, 2014 saw Tyson Fury engage in an unusual protest that further fueled his controversial reputation. After being fined $15,000 by the British Boxing Board of Control for his explosive behavior during a press conference in June, Fury chose a silent yet impactful form of rebellion. In a calculated response to the board's censure, he appeared with his mouth taped shut, the tape inscribed with BBBFC and question marks, symbolizing his challenge to the fine and the authority of the board. This mute protest was a reaction to Fury's outburst in which he had launched into profanity-filled tirades against fellow boxer Derek Chisora and members of the press. The board's decision to fine Fury was met with his theatrical yet poignant demonstration of silence. His promoter, Mick Hennessy, articulated the sentiment behind this act, suggesting that the fine imposed on Fury was suppressing his ability to freely express himself. Hennessy portrayed Fury as a multifaceted character within the boxing world, implying that his unpredictable nature, though sometimes contentious, was an integral part of his appeal and character. Fury's silent protest was not only a personal statement against the perceived injustice of the fine, but also highlighted the ongoing tussle between individual expression and regulatory authority in professional sports. This incident, showcasing Fury's nonverbal defiance, added another layer to his already complex public persona, emphasizing his readiness to confront and challenge authority in his own unique way. The year 2015 saw Fury's controversial streak reach new heights, particularly around the time of the BBC Sports Personality of the Year Awards, where he was nominated alongside heptathlete Jessica Ennis-Hill. When asked about his fellow nominee, Fury's response was less than respectful. Referring to Ennis-Hill, he acknowledged her athletic achievements but quickly shifted focus to her appearance. His comment, "She's good, she's won quite a few medals, she slaps up good as well. When she's got a dress on she looks quite fit," was criticized for being sexist and objectifying. This remark about Ennis-Hill, a respected Olympian and role model, was seen as reducing her accomplishments to mere physical appearance, sparking further backlash against Fury. He would in the same interview go on to claim that a woman's best place is in the kitchen or on her back, sparking more outrage. His tendency to make such offhand and inappropriate comments continued to tarnish his public image and overshadow his professional achievements. Another chapter in Fury's controversial saga unfolded in 2015 during an interview with the Mail on Sunday, where his remarks stirred significant public outrage. Fury made a disturbing statement linking homosexuality, abortion, and pedophilia as signs of an impending apocalyptic scenario. He said, "There are only 3 things that need to be accomplished before the devil comes home. One of them is homosexuality being legal in countries. One of them is abortion. And the other is pedophilia." This kind of rhetoric, conflating homosexuality with criminal and morally reprehensible acts, has been historically used to fuel homophobic narratives and unjustly portray the LGBTQ+ community as predatory. The backlash to these comments was swift and widespread, as they were seen not just as offensive, but as perpetuating harmful and baseless stereotypes. The situation escalated further when a week later, Fury was interviewed about his controversial statements. During this follow-up interview, he reacted aggressively, threatening the journalist with physical violence at the hands of his entourage. This reaction not only compounded the controversy surrounding his previous comments, but also raised serious concerns about his temperament and approach to criticism. Fury's conduct in this period painted a picture of a man whose professional triumphs were increasingly overshadowed by his capacity for provocative and harmful statements. The cumulative impact of Fury's contentious remarks in 2015, especially those about Jessica Ennis-Hill and his comments linking homosexuality with pedophilia, ignited a significant public backlash. His inclusion in the BBC Sports Personality of the Year shortlist became a focal point of controversy. The situation was exacerbated by his comments on women, which many found to be sexist and demeaning. This confluence of factors led to a public outcry, culminating in a petition that called for Fury's removal from the prestigious awards shortlist. The petition quickly gained traction, amassing over 75,000 signatures. In the midst of the swirling controversy and the significant public backlash, Tyson Fury found himself at the center of attention at the BBC Sports Personality of the Year ceremony. Addressing the gathered audience and viewers at home, Fury attempted to extend an olive branch. He expressed remorse, stating, "If I've said anything in the past that's hurt anybody, I apologize." The apology, however, was met with mixed reactions. During a live-on-stage interview with Gary Lineker, Fury further explained his stance, saying, "I've said a lot of stuff in the past, and none of it with intentions to hurt anybody. It's all very tongue-in-cheek. It's all fun and games to me. I'm not a very serious kind of person. It's all very happy-go-lucky with Tyson Fury." Despite his attempt to downplay his previous statements as lighthearted and not meant to be taken seriously, the apology did little to mitigate the concerns of many who found his comments deeply offensive and harmful. Fury's fall from grace accelerated in 2016, this time involving deeply offensive anti-Semitic remarks. In a video posted online, which Fury had recorded as part of a question-and-answer session, the heavyweight boxer made some shocking statements. He asserted, in a tone of conspiracy, that Zionist Jewish people controlled the banks, newspapers, and TV stations, urging people to be brainwashed by them all. These remarks were not only anti-Semitic, but also promoted harmful stereotypes and conspiracy theories about Jewish people, sparking widespread condemnation. In the same video, Fury's tirade extended beyond anti-Semitism. He launched into a disturbing rant against transsexuals, making unfounded and offensive claims. Additionally, He suggested that bestiality would become normalized and legally accepted within the next 10 years. His comments on these subjects were not just controversial but deeply troubling, reflecting a disregard for basic decency and respect for diverse communities. This incident significantly tarnished Fury's public image even more, as it went beyond the bounds of previous controversies. His remarks were seen as not just offensive, but as promoting hate speech and intolerance. The backlash was swift and severe, with calls for accountability and a re-evaluation of Fury's standing in the professional boxing community. In the backdrop of the scheduled rematch with Vladimir Klitschko in 2016, Tyson Fury faced a significant setback. Just a month before the fight, UK Anti-Doping, UKAD, suspended him due to an adverse finding, although this suspension was not immediately disclosed publicly. Fury had already withdrawn from their upcoming rematch, citing an ankle injury. However, the doping allegations added another layer of complexity to the situation. UKAD revealed that both Tyson and his cousin Hughie Fury showed elevated levels of nandrolone metabolites, a performance-enhancing anabolic steroid known to increase muscle mass and strength, in their samples from their respective fights in February 2015. These allegations, vehemently denied by both boxers, resulted in a lengthy legal battle with UKAD. In 2016, in a move to ensure fair play, Tyson Fury and Vladimir Klitschko agreed to have their rematch drug testing overseen by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, VADA. However, the testing led to a startling revelation. On September 22, 2016, Fury submitted to a random urine test in Lancaster, England, which returned positive for benzoylecgonine, a key compound in cocaine and a marker for a positive test for the banned substance. This result came to light just a day before Fury unexpectedly withdrew from the bout. Fury's response to this situation was unconventional. He took to Twitter, posting a picture of himself as Tony Montana from Scarface, playfully captioning it as Tyson Montana, seemingly mocking the seriousness of the situation. But the controversy took a dramatic turn on October 3rd, when Fury announced his retirement on Twitter, calling boxing a pile of shit and expressing his disillusionment with the sport. However, in a surprising twist, just 3 hours later, he backtracked on his retirement declaration, proclaiming his intention to stay and defend his heavyweight title as soon as he recovered. A contradictory move that would become accustomed to Fury's erratic behavior. Promoter Frank Warren, caught in the whirlwind of these events, emphasized that Fury's recovery and straightening out his life was his own responsibility. Warren's comments came during a press conference promoting Billy Joe Saunders' WBO middleweight title defense. While acknowledging the efforts of Fury's uncle and father, Warren stressed that ultimately, it was Fury who was accountable for his actions and well-being. In December 2017, a resolution was reached. UKAD and the Fury camp issued a joint statement, agreeing to a backdated 2-year suspension for both men, effectively allowing them to resume their boxing careers. The settlement upheld the violations for elevated nandrolone levels but withdrew the charge related to Fury's failure to provide a sample in September 2016. The resolution of this matter, however, was further complicated in March 2020, when Martin Carefoot, a farmer, claimed he was offered $25,000 to back up the Fury's defense that the nandrolone came from eating uncastrated wild boar. These claims, which Carefoot later retracted, alleging he was bribed to lie, added a controversial twist to the narrative. Tyson Fury's promoter, Frank Warren, robustly dismissed these allegations, emphasizing that Fury had never met Carefoot and casting doubt on the farmer's credibility. In a preemptive strike against potential sanctions, Tyson Fury surrendered his WBA, WBO, and IBO world titles on October 13th, outpacing the British Boxing Board of Control's plans to potentially revoke his license. This decision came amidst ongoing investigations into anti-doping and medical issues. Just hours after vacating his titles, the board announced his license was temporarily suspended pending further inquiries. The depths of Fury's struggles were laid bare in a candid Rolling Stone interview. He disclosed a troubling pattern of substance abuse, using cocaine and alcohol as a crutch to battle manic depression. Fury confessed to be out drinking from Monday to Friday to Sunday and revealing frequent cocaine use. He also spoke openly about his mental health, describing himself as a manic depressive and expressing dark thoughts about suicide. He later released a statement, reflecting on his titles and the challenges ahead. He emphasized his belief that titles should be lost in the ring, not outside of it. However, acknowledging his current incapability to defend his titles, he'd made the tough choice to vacate them. He likened his new challenges outside the ring to his victory over Klitschko in November 2015, which he promised to conquer. In addition to his Rolling Stone revelations about his cocaine use to cope with depression, Fury announced his intention to seek medical treatment. His promoters, Hennessy Sports, supported his decision, stating that vacating the belts was a respectful move towards the boxing governing bodies and the sport itself. They highlighted that this decision would allow Fury the necessary time and space to recover without pressure and with appropriate medical care and family support. Throughout his career, Tyson Fury has been a figure of contradictions, often dubbed a hypocrite for his conflicting actions and statements. Despite his fame and success in the ring, Fury's public persona has been marred by a series of opposing behaviors. A notable contraction that Fury continuously demonstrates is his seemingly conflicting views on wealth and success. On one hand, Fury has publicly dismissed the importance of money, proclaiming a disdain for material wealth and declaring that he doesn't give a damn about money. He shared his belief that money can't buy happiness, suggesting that true contentment lies within. However, this stance starkly contrasts with his actions. Fury has accumulated significant wealth from his boxing career, reportedly earning over $100 million from fights and other ventures. He's engaged in lucrative deals, including high-profile fights and endorsements, amassing a fortune that contradicts his public dismissal of wealth. Before his 2021 showdown with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury made a bold public promise to donate all his fight earnings to homeless charities. This vow garnered significant attention and admiration. However, the aftermath of the fight saw this promise fading into silence. No homeless charities have stepped forward to confirm receiving Fury's pledged donation, and the matter remains shrouded in mystery. When questioned about this pledge in interviews, Fury's response has often been defensive and dismissive, urging people to mind their own business. This evasive stance has only fueled further speculation and criticism. The lack of any public confirmation or acknowledgement from charities has led many to question whether the donation ever materialized. It's essential to note that without concrete evidence, one cannot definitively claim that Fury did not follow through on his promise. There's a possibility, albeit unconfirmed, that he may have made the donation privately, choosing not to publicize it. Yet this scenario seems unlikely given the lack of any acknowledgement and Fury's reluctance to discuss the topic. Tyson Fury's career has been marked by a series of contradictions, particularly regarding his stated desire to face the best fighters in his division. Despite his claims of seeking legacy-defining fights, Fury's actions often paint a different picture. He has dabbled in the world of WWE, taken on relatively inexperienced fighters like Tom Schwartz, and set seemingly arbitrary and challenging conditions for fight negotiations. This behavior seems at odds with someone purportedly chasing the most significant challenges in heavyweight boxing. The ease with which fights against less formidable opponents, like a declined Derek Chisora or Francis Ngannou, were arranged stands in stark contrast to negotiations with top-tier boxers like Oleksandr Usyk and Anthony Joshua. With these higher-profile opponents, Fury has been known to impose stringent and seemingly unreasonable terms, complicating negotiations. This disparity in his approach to different fights raises questions about his commitment to taking on the best in the business. In the unpredictable world of boxing, Tyson Fury has become notorious for his multiple retirement announcements and subsequent U-turns, casting doubt on his credibility each time he claims to hang up his gloves. First, in November 2013, at 25 years old, following a precarious victory against Steve Cunningham, Fury took to Twitter to declare, "I've officially retired from boxing." This abrupt decision appeared to be a reaction to the cancellation of his fight with David Haye, as he expressed his frustration with the sport's integrity. However, his then promoter, Mick Hennessy, quickly dismissed this claim, indicating that Fury hadn't actually retired. Fury's relationship with boxing has been marked by these impulsive declarations. In 2016, he again proclaimed his retirement in a disparaging tone, criticizing the sport and announcing, "I'm the greatest, and I'm also retired." This statement came at a time when he was facing personal struggles and was on the verge of having his boxing license suspended. After a lengthy break from the ring, during which his weight significantly increased, Fury once again announced a retirement following his victory over Dillian Whyte. Yet, within a short period, he reversed this decision, announcing a comeback fight against Derek Chisora, whom he had previously defeated twice, convincingly. Explaining his return, Fury admitted missing the sport and realized the depth of his passion for boxing during his time away. Despite his earlier claims of retirement, the lure of the ring proved too strong, and he felt a part of himself was missing without boxing. This pattern of retiring and then returning has led to a sense of skepticism whenever Fury announces his departure from the sport. His repeated U-turns have made it increasingly difficult for fans and observers to take his retirement declarations seriously, painting a picture of a boxer caught in a cycle of indecision about his career. Each return to the ring after a proclaimed retirement adds another chapter to Fury's complex and ever-evolving story within the boxing world. In 2022, Tyson Fury appeared on Piers Morgan's Uncensored, where he reiterated his decision to remain retired from boxing. During the show, he went as far as to bet Piers Morgan a staggering $1 million that he would stick to his retirement. However, Fury would go back on his word and come out of retirement. As of now, there's no confirmation that Piers has indeed received this hefty sum from Fury. In February 2020, Tyson Fury made a bold statement to IFL TV, declaring that he would never box in the UK again. However, this promise didn't hold up. His last 2 fights took place in England. Interestingly, this wasn't entirely Fury's own decision. Many may not be aware, but Fury is currently facing a ban from entering the United States, a situation that echoes that of his father, John Fury, who is banned for more serious reasons. The reason behind Tyson Fury's US ban is linked to his alleged connections with Daniel Kinahan, who is reportedly involved in criminal activities and drug cartels. While Tyson Fury has publicly denied any involvement with Kinahan or his criminal activities, these allegations have nonetheless impacted his ability to fight in the US. As a result of this ban, Fury found himself returning to the UK for his fights, contrary to his earlier statement about never boxing there again. This turn of events has left fans and observers questioning the authenticity of his earlier claims and his alleged ties to Kinahan. In March 2021, a highly anticipated fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua seemed imminent. Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter, announced the signing of a 2-fight contract, with the first bout scheduled for August 14, 2021, in Saudi Arabia. However, Fury's existing contractual obligations to fight Deontay Wilder during that period led to the cancellation of these plans, prompting Joshua to face Oleksandr Usyk instead. Following Joshua's defeat to Usyk on September 5th, Fury issued a public challenge to Joshua over social media for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. He suggested a timeline and expressed readiness to send over a date for a potential Battle of Britain. In response, Joshua showed interest, indicating his readiness for a December fight and urging Fury to contact his management if serious. However, the negotiations proved difficult. On September 7th, Hearn stated that Joshua's team had accepted Fury's offer, in essence, but noted there were many details to be discussed. He also expressed skepticism about Fury's seriousness, given his recent flip-flop on retirement. Despite this, a tentative date of December 17th was set for Cardiff, Wales. The situation escalated on September 23rd, when Fury gave an ultimatum, demanding the contract be finalized by the following Monday, or he would move on. By September 26th, Fury announced the fight was off, citing the passing of his deadline without a signed contract. He harshly criticized Joshua, calling him names and questioning his willingness to fight. Joshua, on his part, stated that the contract was under legal review, emphasizing the importance of getting the legal terms right in boxing. He expressed his intention to sign but noted that the matter was with his legal team. This sequence of events highlights the complex and often tumultuous nature of negotiations in high-profile boxing matches. Fury's approach during these negotiations, setting deadlines, issuing public challenges, and ultimately calling off the fight, paints a picture of a fighter who can be difficult and unpredictable in the negotiation process, from which he split in his favor, regardless of the outcome. Despite Fury only owning 1 belt and the Ukrainian owning 3 world titles, surprisingly, Usyk agreed to these terms, which some interpreted as him calling Fury's bluff, challenging the assumption that Fury genuinely expressing a willingness to renegotiate the terms, particularly around the purse split and rematch clause. However, This effort seemed too little, too late. The negotiations, fraught with issues and obstacles largely attributed to Fury's demands, ultimately collapsed. This failure to reach an agreement marked another instance where Fury's involvement in negotiations led to complications and, ultimately, the breakdown of a potentially significant fight. In 2023, Tyson Fury's announcement of his fight against former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou, set for October 28 in Saudi Arabia, was met with significant backlash from boxing fans. This response stemmed from the fact that Ngannou had never competed in a professional boxing match before. Supporters had eagerly anticipated a landmark undisputed bout with Alexander Usyk, or a high-profile all-British clash against Anthony Joshua. Instead, Fury's choice to fight Ngannou led to widespread disappointment, evidenced by the critical reactions on social media. Some fans even called for Fury to be stripped of his WBC heavyweight title due to this decision. The match, dubbed the Rumble in Riyadh, was viewed by many as lacking the seriousness and authenticity of traditional boxing matches. Many boxing pundits, including Carl Froch, a former super middleweight world champion, dismissed the fight as a play fight and not proper boxing. Many acknowledged the financial appeal of such an event, but shared the frustration of traditional boxing fans over Fury's choice to engage in a crossover bout, instead of defending his title against a seasoned professional boxer like Usyk or Joshua. In the highly controversial bout, the outcome was a stunning split decision in favor of Fury. Ngannou, transitioning from MMA to professional boxing, delivered a formidable challenge, even knocking Fury down with a powerful left hook. Despite expectations of Fury's dominance and the ridicule of the event, Ngannou's performance was so impressive that many believed he won and was robbed of the victory. The tale of Tyson Fury is a testament to the complex interplay of fame, talent, and personal struggle. His journey, punctuated by remarkable victories and profound controversies, is a reflection of a man continually grappling with his inner demons and the external pressures of a global audience. As his story unfolds, Fury remains a figure of fascination, celebrated for his prowess in the ring and notorious for his unruly behavior outside it. What do you think of Fury's controversial career? Do you think he is just a man that's misunderstood, or a prominent figure with a darker, more complex agenda? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the captivating world of boxing. Until next time, stay curious and keep sleuthing.